Hello, welcome to Bottles to Consider. So today we are going to look at a bottle that is not only an interesting bottle in itself, but I think also reveals some cool things about what I call the bottle industrial complex. That sounds sort of negative when I put it that way. I don't mean it in a real sinister way, but it's just the bigger system that a lot of bottle production exists in. So let's get into it. The h2go, oh, it's a little dark there. There you go, h2go. I think you're also seeing the mirror version. But that's the brand. It's 16 ounces, actually labeled online as 16.9 ounces, which is kind of quirky. But this is a bottle loaned to me for review by my dear friend Kyle. Kyle and Teresa, thank you both so much. And it is a logo of a coffee shop, 1369 Coffee House, which is a lovely coffee shop in Cambridge, Massachusetts. So this is one of those bottles, you know, you're in line at a coffee shop and you see some like branded stuff, mugs or whatever. And I don't know, if you're like me, maybe sometimes you've seen those, and if it's not like an identifiable brand you know of, you know, one of the big famous brands, you might be a little like, is that actually a good mug? Am I going to regret this purchase? Am I kind of doing it more out of loyalty to the place and the bottle's going to, you know, find its way to Goodwill at some point? And the thing I want to just say about this one right off the bat, this brand h2go, it's a lovely bottle. So, you know, a few of the pros. It's got a real nice finish. I mean, I love the color. It actually feels like it kind of helps wake me up in the morning. The like bright red color feels very nice. You know, it's not 100% leak proof. That's just not the type of bottle it's going for. It kind of flips open more, you know, lots of companies like this. For me personally, that is like sort of a deal breaker just because I want the versatility of being able to throw this in a bag and walk around with it, feeling confident it's not going to leak. It's also a size I really like. I like the hard edges. It's very Hydro Flask-esque. And I'll put a link to the bottle I reviewed that's similar to this in the show notes. I'll also put a link to the Clean Canteen, which is still kind of my favorite coffee bottle. And you'll see they're so similar. So yeah, this is 16 ounces. They say 16.9, which I think means if you kind of fill it almost like to the brim, that's what you get. But you know, the bottom of, I don't know how to describe it, like basically to here is I think more of the true 16 ounces that other brands would call this a 16 ounce. The other thing for me that kind of makes it a no, a gentle no, aside from the leak proofness, is that the flip cap component right here, it just bumps my nose when I sip, you know, I go. And I'll sometimes actually get a little coffee stain on my nose. And again, this is super depending on your just face shape. But if that's ever happened to you with bottles before, I think it's very possible it might be happening with this. One thing I do love though about this lid is, and you can kind of see it right there, they've almost sort of like carved a little channel out of the side of the plastic, and it just, your lip just kind of rests right there. And you know, when you're sipping, it's something I never really thought of before. And to-go cups, your typical to-go coffee cup often has a built-in sort of tier in the plastic lid that is a little shelf for your lip. And it's something I didn't even know I missed until I started sipping from this. It's just like, you know, just really, really hangs out right there. And I really like that. So yeah, it's a great bottle. This brand h2go, you know, it's hard to see. Very hard to see. There you go. I think you'll find them most often in places like coffee shops or places where you can buy branded stuff. They don't seem to sell direct to consumer all that much. And I can't speak to their other products, but you know, I just want you to know when you see that h2go logo, you know, I'd say give it a try. If it feels like a nice fit, I've been very happy with it. They claim to have a limited lifetime warranty. They have a website you can find. This is not like an anonymous company. So yeah, that's kind of one mystery you might have if you're looking at a bottle like this. Another mystery is on the bottom of this bottle. And this is a logo you'll see all over the place if you're looking at water bottles. Is that one. It's an X, but it's sort of like two X's kind of shadowing each other. I, for a while, thought that was a water bottle brand. I was like, wait, what? I'm seeing this brand everywhere. And it's always on bottles that, you're not buying at a consumer, you buy at a place like a coffee shop, or maybe you get a swag or something. Turns out that double X is the logo for a company called ETS Express. And ETS Express, as far as I can tell, is mostly a company that does logos, printing on water bottles, which is why you'll see it on a lot of different water bottles. So it's not a logo for the bottle, it's a logo for basically the coating and the finish of the actual bottle, which I think is pretty interesting. I'm on their website right now, and in their About Us section for ETS Express, they say, we consider ourselves unique because we have resisted the industry trend into alternative product categories, parentheses, hats, bags, pens, etc. We focus on drinkware only and offer a broad range of drinkware categories: aluminum, stainless steel, plastic, ceramic, and glass. It's kind of like an inside statement. Like there's a pride that they didn't zoom out into all the other types of like gear you can put logos on. That just sort of tickled me when I read it. And they work with companies like h2go is one of the companies they'll work with. Contigo is another company they work with, which you've maybe seen that brand around. That one I think you can buy more. Like, you as an individual can go find it very easily. h2go seems more like you'll find it through a different vendor, like a coffee house or something like that. This is all to say, if you see this sort of bottle in a store, but you don't know the brand, you don't know how reliable it is, I'd say give it a shot. I would also love to know if you own an h2go brand or something with this double X ETS Express brand, how they've stood up for you, because they've been kind of hard to find a lot of information on. So yeah, that is my review of this bottle and some insights that I hope were maybe helpful into kind of what some of the different logos and labels might mean on vessels you maybe see throughout your day. Thank you again so much to Kyle and Teresa for letting me use this bottle and try it out. And, thank you to 1369 for, making a bottle that was really a joy to use. And I'll put links to h2go, ETS Express, and 1369 if you're in Cambridge. It's a great old coffee shop. Thanks again so much. Please like and subscribe if you like the video, and I will see you next time. All right. Bye.